The man who is always blaming others will never find a good friend. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. If you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. To learn and not to think is waste. To think and not to learn is dangerous. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. The more you know, the less you understand. The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. The reason why the fish cannot speak is because it is already in the water. If you want to know the true nature of the Tao, you must first forget all you know. The best way to catch a fish is to be a fish. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Life is a dream, and death is waking up. The people are the most important element in a nation, the land and the grain come next. The superior man is one who knows what is good and does it. The inferior man is one who knows what is good and does not do it. The man who is afraid of difficulties will never get anything done. The man who is always blaming others will never find a good friend. The greatest joy in life is to be used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one. The greatest good is to do good to others. The way of heaven is to benefit all things and not to injure them. The way of man is to benefit others and not to harm them. The way of the sage is to be impartial and not to favor one person over another. The way of the gentleman is to be sincere and not to deceive others. The gentleman is one who is always learning and never stops. The superior man is one who is always seeking to improve himself. The man who is always blaming others will never find a good friend. The man who is always complaining will never be happy. The man who is always angry will never be successful. The best way to rule is to rule by virtue. The way of the sage is to be impartial and not to favor one person over another. The way of the gentleman is to be sincere and not to deceive others. The way of the wise man is to be humble and not to boast of his accomplishments. The way of the brave man is to be courageous and not to be afraid of death. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more content like this. You can also share the video with your friends and family.